And this is what I want to see if they use Pickens as some big slot. And when he gets those 3 looks and the guys, and this is what I try to teach my young quarterbacks. If Pickens is even, he's open, right? Like, and Dak will throw that.
We leaving. That's what they say.
Man, bro, a lot of quarterbacks won't take those shots. He'll throw that.
You trust the kids that you're coaching to throw that ball?
John, we throw slant fade every day.
Okay.
That's my concept.
Bro, I saw your buck. You had a fast receiver. Your buck, he got the ball. The receiver was already 20 yards down the field, like a second.
Hey, shout out to everybody in DMV. DMVU 9U. I got a kid named Liam. He's a track kid. And Sky is not, because Sky watched those little videos. That kid can run.
Set it up, bro. I thought you cheated.
No, Liam is he's a guy. And I'm trying to, and so like in youth football, all these coaches want to run the ball. But what I tell my parents, I'm like, listen, if once you can learn how to throw the ball, because nothing's faster than the ball. So once you can learn how to throw the ball well, and so that's what I teach them. But yeah, John, his seam ball, Sky, like that's where
elite.
It's dumb. It's crazy. So with Pickens, yes, my question is, how's he used, John? Is it 1A, 1B? If that's the case, I think all this receiver 2 talk and receiver 3 talk goes out the window, because these guys, the Cowboys may just spam CD and Pickens, and we may be okay.
Excellent point. So I think we had this conversation a few weeks ago. When we talk about wide receiver 3, I think we have to take it in context that we're literally talking about wide receiver 3 and not weapon 3, not the third target, because that ain't the case. The third target is going to be Ferg. Like when this thing is all over, everybody's healthy. It's going to be CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson. And you talk about that
and Jay
ball.
Blue. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm
just want to throw that in there. Go on.
I think Blue gonna be the. Listen, I'm with you. I think Blue.
Sky's
let me say that.
Blue's biggest fan.
I've been hammering home about Blue out the backfield as a receiver. Use him like they do my man in Miami. But you talk about that seam ball. They got rid of it a lot last year because shaky offensive line, no trust or whatever. If that offensive line can give some trust to Clayton Adams and Brian Schottenheimer,
pass blocking,
that
Booker
team ball finna be crazy back with Ferg, because that middle of the field is just gonna be open, man. So you're right. In context of wide receiver 3 talk, when you say throw it out the window, this is how we gotta look at it. Wide receiver 3, as in, if something happens to the top 2, who do you trust to step in there? That should really be the conversation. And then obviously, who can kind of take advantage of those wide receiver or cornerback 3s and 4s on you when Dak does go to you.
No doubt. Let me ask y'all this though, on the fly. Do you think that this team, just on paper right now, can beat the 2021 Cowboys team?
That's a
good question.
21, they were really
on paper. I would say it's all. I'm gonna tell you,
that's the best team. Are you saying that because you think that's the best team?
Right now.
I can make an argument for this team. Here's why, and then I want to get to my question.
To me, the best team is the one that lost to the Packers.
23.
That's the best team that they've had.
I agree.
Maybe in the last 15 years, as far as I'm concerned.
Here's why I'm high on this team, John. Because you're getting, I said this today, Mike is now entering his prime at 26. Mm-hmm. He's entering it, right? So you're going to get the best version of Micah. Dallas, I love 2021, but Micah was a rookie or second year or whatever it was. So that's that. Dak is firmly in his prime. And I'm be honest with y'all, as good as Amari Cooper was probably
we're not bringing up 2014 Cowboys people. That defense, no, we're not doing.
Yeah, exactly. That defense was not good. Yes, John.
Until Micah Parsons stepped on the scene, from DeMarcus Ware until Micah Parsons, the defenses were not there. None of those teams are on the level of.
I completely agree, John. Thank you. I completely agree. We're not going to do that. And so for me, the factor is going to be the line play, right? Because again, if Tyler Booker can shore up that right guard spot and keep that fresh, he's gonna make throws in this scheme. Like, and he is, bro.
The 21 team, what frustrates me, so health really messed that line up at the end of the year. And then if you give me Clayton Adams and as opposed to Kellen Moore in the playoffs as my play caller, or then I might feel a little differently, because that 21 team, Tyron still could play. Zach was still balling. Lyle was still here. You know what I'm saying? Terrence was one of the best versions of Terrence still. Tyler Biadasz was a solid player. Zeke wasn't all the way off yet, but he got hurt. Tony Pollard didn't get enough reps for me, but he was one of the better versions of Tony Pollard from a health standpoint, et cetera, et cetera. He actually still had some really good plays that year. So offensively, just talking about offensively, that's a pretty good team, but health and play calling, I don't think worked out. Defensively, I mean, I don't think it's even comparable right now. They led the league in turnovers. Right, we have to see with this defense. This is a totally new defense. Dan Quinn's first year almost got him a head coach job right out the gate. So and I know they got ran on in that playoff game, but I think between that and 14 damn penalties that hurt as well. So that's a good question, Law. That 21 team was no slouch.
John said something the other day. Back to the receiver. I'm switching back. That's a good question, Law. Great. Back to the receiver room. John said something, and I like this question, John. And this is going to lead into my pick it up. John said, hey, even though CD wasn't out there, the offense didn't look stagnant. I think you said something along the lines of that, John, or it still moved.
I didn't, but that is true.
Okay, well, you didn't. You said something about. I don't know. Maybe I
did say last week that is the one thing I can't guarantee you, like how many games they're going to win or anything. But when you see this offense, it will not look like the offense of the last few years where it just looked like they're not even trying to adjust. This is what they're doing, and just deal with it. Like there's going to be a lot more eye candy and different things that, frankly, fans wanted to see because you see the other top offenses in the league doing that.
Well, John, because CD didn't practice and Pickens caught the touchdown in the red zone, and Tolbert. My point is this. All right, I'm going to get to now. I want to get to the pick it up. I'm actually, because it's kind of like who's the odd man out based on what they do. So like Flanoy, he can only play on the edge. Can Mingo do other things? Whoever out of those three, the Mingo, it's really going to be between Mingo and Flanoy to me. Like, what can they offer you that Tolbert can't? That Kevontae Turpin's on the team, so like that's a lock.
Not just on the teams. Kevontae Turpin will be used. How much we'll see, but he'll get some balls by that for sure.
Yeah. So my pick it up is going to be those two. Like what can they offer? Because again, Flanoy can only play on the edge, John. So like, how does he make this team? Because that's where Pickens plays. Can he run down on special teams?
Special teams will be a big part of it. That'll probably be the
right,
biggest.
Scott. Like I don't know,
because if everybody's healthy, you're never getting to that fifth, sixth receiver anyway. So then it becomes okay. What receiver goes down? Then what do you need to complement the rest of the group because they all do stuff a little bit differently. But I think the special teams part will probably be the thing that probably separates them.
Brother, if everybody's healthy. If you ask me about Flournoy and the Jalen Crop,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I don't give a damn. I don't care. If everybody's healthy, he's wide receiver 7.
No bull.
I said this at the beginning. I'm gonna stay true to it. I'm not here to pump up wide receiver 8. Tell me how George Pickens is doing when he's out there. Is Turpin being utilized? What's happening with CD now that he's back, right? Like last year and coming into this thing, we had to really, hey man, Team Flournoy FC, because you ain't have nobody opposite of that. We got George Pickens, Ferg back, 88. Turpin showed he could do a little something. I don't give a damn about no wide receiver. So I'm here to tell you right now, I don't care if everybody healthy. I don't care.
Save that take for that first week of training camp with no pads on, and one of those guys is going to make a couple nice catches, and people are going to be all about.
That's what I'm saying, John. They're gonna come back and be like, FC, what's it, 81 FC, and I'm gonna be like, he's not playing unless somebody gets hurt.
Tyron Billy Johnson.
I don't care that he lost Luke Broderick or whatever my man's name is.
John Johnson.